Okay, welcome to the studio. Here I have a setup of some Pioneer 2000 CDJ Nexuses and a 2000 Nexus DJM mixer. So I want to show you that these are really essentially quite the same thing that you might own, you might be looking at, or similar to the RX that I'll be teaching you on. So here the only difference really is a couple things. You have this additional screen and some MIDI controls, which means it can connect to your computer and you can control some computer functions here. You have a couple more of these color effects, or instant effects as they're called, and the actual EQ or the effects section takes up a little bit more real estate than on some of the other mixers. Now, this screen actually is something that makes this mixer unique, but the standard Pioneer 900 mixer is essentially the same thing as this, minus the screen, and it's a little bit smaller, so it's more friendly in real estate for a club environment. So you'll see that a bit more in the large club environment if you're to work your way there. But moving over to the CD players, you'll notice they are very similar to the RX, with the addition of just a few small things like a platter adjust, how quickly this moves around. You actually have one less hot cue than you have on the RX. And something that I don't particularly like on these units that most of the others do feature is when you set your cue point, you actually have to push record call, and you set a cue point or a loop somewhere in the song, and then you have to push record call again to confirm that new cue point, and then you can use it. What's really cool about the RX that you'll see, and a lot of other players out there, is you don't have to worry about a record call button. Let's say this is an available hot cue button, and as the beat's playing, you know, there's vocal hook, I wanna love. As soon as you hit this, it automatically sets it, and now you can, I wanna love, 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 and you can play it like that. Really cool. I don't know why they haven't implemented it on these guys, but with CES this year, it's 2016, they are actually releasing a new player that does include that functionality, which is really fantastic. But all in all, really the same thing, just a blown up version. Rather than just 2 channels, all you have is an additional channel here, so you have 4. I only have 2 decks here in front of me, so I don't need these additional channels right now. But if I'm in a club environment, or perhaps I want to plug in some turntables, some vinyls or anything, then I can just put them here on the sides. In a typical big club environment that you might see all the megastar DJs playing on is 4 of this unit, 4 CDJs, and it'll actually be, you know, deck 1, 2, 3, and 4. What's really cool about this that you just saw is these players will notify you when you've moved the fader and the volume fader, and you can hear them in the PA. So no volume, it's white. I move this up, it turns red. Now, the same thing as playing. When the track is playing and it can be heard, this will go red, which is a good indicator of which decks are actually being heard or being used and which aren't, so you don't accidentally screw up and stop the wrong song.